The conflict between Israel and Iran has entered the second week. US President Donald Trump, meanwhile, needs 2 more weeks to decide whether or not to join Israel's war against Iran. The Israeli military said it attacked dozens of military sites in Iran overnight. This included several missile manufacturing facilities in Tehran as well. Tel Aviv also claimed that Iran fired cluster bombs at Israel with an aim to increase civilian casualties. Israel bombed a northern Iranian city. The attack caused a massive explosion in the area, prompting people to evacuate the region immediately. An industrial park located in North Iran was reportedly struck as well. Reports suggest that Iranian missiles targeted a tech park in South Israel's Beersheba. The campus also housed Microsoft's office. Plumes of fire were reported outside the tech giant's office, while residential buildings also suffered a lot of damage. Foreign ministers from UK, France, Germany hold talks with their Iranian counterpart in Geneva to try and find a way to de-escalate the situation.
One should not forget that the EU has been in negotiation with Iran on its nuclear program for years. That was called the JCPOA. Unfortunately, this preferred way of actually reaching a deal never materialized. The EU has made its position very clear that Israel has a right to defend itself, that we've continually said that Iran was not compliant with its own obligations under the Non-Proliferation Treaty, and that there is still a window for diplomacy, and that Iran would be well advised to seize that window for diplomacy.
We believe these aggressions should be stopped as soon as possible. It could be done via international joint effort. Those countries like India, who are the voice of the South, the big countries who actually are in favor of peace, they should coordinate and put pressure on Israel. But I think at the first step, they should condemn this action not to be happen in the future.
This could well turn out to be the make or break moment ahead of any US involvement in the Iran-Israel conflict. The British, French and German foreign ministers will speak with Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi in Geneva today in an attempt, almost a last-ditch attempt, you might think, at de-escalation. British Foreign Secretary David Lammy says that a window now exists within the next 2 weeks to achieve a diplomatic solution. So some hope held out here. And this follows word from the White House that President Trump has said that given a substantial chance of negotiations, he is holding off his decision whether to plunge the US into this war. And that, of course, would be with a view to destroying Iran's nuclear capabilities. That's the declared intention anyhow. This does then appear to be another instance of diplomatic brinkmanship on the part of Trump, threatening the worst in order to get the other to bend. Remember the tariffs. Clearly, the attempt will be to get the Iranian regime now to bend to the demands made by Israel, backed by the US, and the European nations have been on board with the US in demanding an end to any military nuclear options for Iran.
Back home, Sensex and Nifty